What's up, you guys? Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we are back on the engine bay for the 370. First things first, I mentioned in the last video, I didn't really like this coolant overflow tank, so we are actually going to be taping off the car entirely, covering up the Lexus. I'm just going to do it in the car. It's probably easier to take it out, but I'm stubborn. I'm gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna get started with getting all that taped off, and then check this out real quick. I actually had the package that I was talking about last time from JD Custom Shop. So as you guys can tell, we have a lot of hardware to go through. And I haven't even opened these up. I wanted you guys to see at the same time I did. So you guys will see what I have as soon as I get it opened up, but I'm gonna get this taped off so that way I can start painting this, and then I will get into seeing what kind of hardware they sent out to us. So give me a few minutes. I'm gonna get started on doing this, and I will be back in maybe like an hour or two for me, a couple seconds for you with an update. So be right back. Okay, I lied. So I said, it's not there now, but I said it was going to be a problem to get out of the car. I said it was going to be easy to do, and I said I was going to be stubborn. Everything has changed. I got out of the car, it's sitting right here. So I am just going to spray the top portion of it black. I got some high temp paint from Lowe's. I got some primer, and I also got some gloss black. So those should be good to hold up to the heat being in the engine bay. And then I'm gonna get those sprayed off. While I'm waiting on those to dry, I'm gonna start digging into those boxes and bags and see what they sent me. So I will be back in another minute. Okay, so I am working on that. Actually, the coolant reservoir overflow, I have it currently all primed up. I'm letting it dry a little bit so that way I can sand it down a little bit smoother. The sandpaper that I use cut in a little plastic a little too much. So I'm gonna smooth that back out again before I hit it black. But I just got all of the hardware out for all the JD stuff, and this looks crazy. There's so much to do. Like everything that you could think of that goes under the hood is getting done. And then I also went for the option where I got carbon fiber washers. So that should also go really well with the no longer plastic engine cover and the no longer plastic other crap in the engine bay. I need to get out some tools to be able to install all this, because there is some like nut certs that I need to be able to put in, because a lot of this is replacing plastic tabs and whatnot. So it's actually going to have a screw in piece now. So that should be really nice after I get it in, but I got to get it in. So let me get the tools together and start to organize this and see where I should start, and then we'll get tearing into it. Okay, so it's been a few hours. I got this painted up. That turned out pretty good. There's a few spots where like it's kind of rejecting the paint. I don't know exactly why it's doing that, but it definitely is. It's giving me the same issues that I had when I painted, I think it was my Integra that I painted, that it was just like rejecting paint in a couple of places. I tried acetone, I tried tacking it off. It's just, here, I'll show you. Like in small areas like that, it's rejecting the paint. There's two little gray spots right there. And then there was one little spot back here, but this spot kind of filled in. So I'm hoping maybe if I just let it dry and just hit it with another coat or two, that it might just smooth itself out. But the rest of it turned out, well, that quality's way better. I don't know why it didn't focus, but yeah, that turned out pretty good. There was some Nissan logos here and some markings, but I just sanded those smooth. I thought it'd look better. But back to the engine bay, I noticed that there's a bolt broke off that we can't use. I'm actually missing a few things. So being that I am like the prototype car for this, like the first kit that they've had, they did it on a test car. They had a 2012 car there. We found out after chatting, after I tore into the kit, which you guys saw I didn't do until I actually started this video, but we tore into the kit and realized that there's some differences between the 2012Z and the 2013Z in the engine bay. So that, as well as things like I have aftermarket intakes, so I don't need the bolts for the stock air boxes. So I'm gonna message them and do a little finagling and get a few of the kit pieces back to me. Hopefully I can get them back before I do the end of this video, but I can't guarantee anything. I got somebody coming to do a photo shoot with the car tomorrow, but for now, I have the strut tower bolts in. I started doing some of the hood bolts. I did all of the engine bay cover bolts. And as you can see, I did with the carbon washers. So it looks really nice mixed with the actual titanium hardware and all the rest of the carbon pieces that we did. Brian just gave me a hand pulling the front bumper off, and I am going to get started putting riv nuts in. So we just had to go and buy this tool because I didn't have enough tools apparently. We're gonna start putting this in. Since it's replacing all of the fender tabs. Where's the fender tab? Where's the front bumper one? Here. So since it's replacing all the plastic tabs, I can't just screw these in. These obviously aren't set up the same way that the other ones were. So we need to get all these nutserts put in there so that way we can screw all the hardware in. So I'm gonna get started doing that. Hopefully I don't run into any issues, but I will be back in a few minutes with an update and show you guys how far I got with some good progress, hopefully. Okay, so I'm gonna end, I guess, tonight's bit off of it. We got like, what, 75% of the bolts in? Maybe. About 75% or so in for what we have. I also have this curing. I'm just gonna let it go overnight, let it do its own thing. I'm gonna get a hold of JD over the weekend and hopefully we can get those new bolts here by the following week. We're also looking for some new plaques and stuff that were supposed to be for the radiator caps and whatnot. So I just want to make sure I have everything before I show you guys the final product. So, you know, hold on, check this out. I'll show you what we got so far. So far I got these in for all these pieces. I don't have these tightened down yet, but we did a lot of the other stuff. We put those there. All the way across is in. Some of the hood latch pieces are in. We just got done putting in the throttle body pieces. There's the battery tie down pieces are in there, plus the fuse box bolts are in there. We got a few ground pieces in there. So as you can see, it's a lot of stuff that's going on, but that is not all of it. So I will hopefully be back next week or something like that and be able to show you guys the rest of the kit. So I will see you guys then. What's up, guys? I'm back. We are still waiting on the few things from JD Customs. So I was told they're not going to be sending me the timing bolts. They said that that does not come in the clip, so I might have to get those somewhere else. But the things that they do have coming are this radiator bolt as well as the plaques for these two. So we're cleaning that up a good little bit, but I am still waiting for those to show up. So I should have those before the weekend. This video goes up this coming Saturday. So hopefully I have them here by then. But at the moment, I just picked up some Allen keys since we switched out to all the JD custom hardware. I need to use that to be able to get my battery out. The Z is smoked. It's 100% dead. It's been dead for a while. Even the jump backs are like barely getting it like loaded to be able to start. So I'm gonna be pulling this battery out real quick and running it up to AutoZone. I got a buddy that's helped me out. We were getting a new battery for like 80 bucks. So that's sick. So I will be back here in a little bit and hopefully with my JD Customs parts as well. So I will see you guys again in a few days. Be right back. Okay, I am back a few days later. Let me show you what I got. So they ended up sending me the last two radiator bolts as well as plaques for the radiator and coolant caps. So I don't think these will be included in the actual 370Z kit themselves, but I know that this will be. These two bolts are gonna swap out and replace these two back here. That one, and then, oh God, and then that one on that side, right around there. So give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna get those things put on real quick and then get the trays put back in for the battery cover because I still have all that stuff ripped out from whenever I got the new battery last week. So give me a few minutes, I'll get that put on, and then we're gonna wrap up today's video. Give me a minute, I'll be right back. So I think everything turned out really good. I just got the last of the bolts in there. I got the last of the plaques in there. I ran into a little bit of a problem. Let me show you what I'm working with. So the problem that I ran into is this bolt and this bolt right here. As you can see, this one is halfway in and the other is not in at all. So something that I did with those is they gave me little plastic rivet pieces and then little metal ones. So my smart self decided to use these instead of using these, which would have been a smarter thing to do, because now these are just kind of threading out, not on the inside, but they're just kind of spinning because it's not gripping to the plastic like this would. That being said, whenever I try to take the battery cover off, they just sit and they just round and spin and spin. So I need to get those switched out. I'm probably going to drill those out and entirely take them out to be able to put the rubber ones in. But other than that, I think this turned out really good. Let me give you guys a closer look. So as you guys can see, we swapped out all of the radiator trim pieces, all of the bumper pieces, some bolts there. Those aren't going to be in the kit, but those still turned out really nice. All of the bolts that hold down the engine cover, as well as all of the main covers, the strut tower brace, plus the strut towers, some grounds. We also did the battery tie downs, but you can't see those with the new cover that's on it. As well as we got all of the main hood bolts done. So huge thanks to JD Customs. They have been a massive help with this one. So here in the next few days or so, this is going to get posted tomorrow. Today is Saturday. I know I said the video would be up today, but parts just showed up today, so I couldn't do that. So thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry it was a little bit late. Huge thanks to JD Customs. I got a reel coming out in a few days. We're going to be collabing with them on a reel, and then they will actually be listing this kit for sale. So if you guys are interested in picking up this specific engine bay kit for yourself, I will have a discount code that I can link down in the bio down here. And then you guys can get yourself a real nice kit at a little bit of a discounted price. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks on the next Saturday.